Today, Isaac and I have decided to go on a little adventure. In the past, I've definitely talked about some hardships and downsides to being a stay-at-home mom, but sometimes you get days like these. Days when you watch a Vlogbrothers video from an undisclosed location, aka the place you went to every youth rally and happening in your entire life for something like a decade. And so when he turns the camera around to show you said undisclosed location, you recognize the tables and chairs immediately. You recognize the landscape that you literally grew up in. And because you're a stay-at-home mom, you can hop in your car and take a little drive out to said undisclosed location. And quite honestly, it is a beautiful day. So if Isaac and I get there and that's not where they are, and all we get to do is walk around a place I haven't been in a very long time, I think it can still definitely be worth it. So as I'm filming this, it is currently Wednesday, and I'm referring to the Vlogbrothers video that was posted on Tuesday. So I might be a day late and $1 short, especially because I don't know if he films these videos on the day he actually posts them. Now that I'm saying it out loud and I'm actually like in my car, I feel a little stalkerish and weird because I'm 25. But I started watching the Vlogbrothers in 2009, I want to say. 2009 or 2010. So nearly a decade, whichever way you look at it. And even if nothing happens, Isaac and I needed to get out of the house anyway. So I am in the town. I'm heading towards my destination, and I just saw a sign, a big yellow sign that said LFA with an arrow pointing to where I am going. And if LFA doesn't stand for Looking for Alaska, I mean, I've never seen that sign before, and I've been here hundreds of times in my life. So here we go. Best case scenario, they're filming, John Green is there, I get to walk around and see what's happening at the place where they're filming Looking for Alaska. Like, the worst case scenario is maybe I get there and the entire place is closed and I can't go in, but still, like, that means I get to look forward to watching the miniseries of Looking for Alaska in a place where I grew up. And if in all ways I am totally incorrect, then Isaac and I are going to just take a walk around. It's 68 degrees outside. It's absolutely beautiful today. There's not a single cloud in the sky, and I get to show him a place I love in any case. Isaac, we're almost there. Okay, so we're in the place where Looking for Alaska is being filmed, and I'm a little overwhelmed because I've already explained why. But, like, here we go. Look at this sign right here. Looking for Alaska. Wow, 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 wow. So a few things just happened. They are 10,000% filming Looking for Alaska where I thought they were. However, when I went in, it was very obvious that this place that I've known my whole life is right now a movie set, which is just wild to me. There was supposed to be a security guard at the gate, and there was not. So this is just all together wild to me right now. I went to the front lodge where I normally would go upon arriving there, and I went into the office to ask. I was there to walk the new disc golf course. The woman that works there was not at the front desk. However, I did see her as I was leaving. She was coming back in her car, so I wonder how long I would have been able to stick around if I had waited that couple of extra minutes. I don't know. They're definitely filming Looking for Alaska there, and I don't know, like, so many implications of it just came like flooding back to me. It's so crazy how formative my time was at this place where they're filming this book that was such a formative experience for John Green, and that seems absolutely insane to me. Since I drove a little way out here, I was gonna try and get lunch with one of my friends that lives out here, but she has class today and my phone died, so no dice. When I got in there and was like, hey, I was wondering if I could walk the disc golf course, but I didn't realize something was going on here. The guy's like, oh, I honestly don't even know how you got in. It's supposed to be a closed gate. Civilians aren't supposed to be able to get in here. So Isaac and I just packed up and decided to head home instead of trying to linger and like get in trouble. However, I saw a bunch of stuff I was not supposed to see. There was a lot of construction kind of going on to make it look like a high school, because this is supposed to take place at a high school and it's not a high school. I've been in every building and nearly every room in the entire place. I don't know what they would use to make it look like a classroom, but I definitely know they have places that look like dorm rooms. Like the entire like outside kind of scape is just looks like how I imagined it. Like I was texting my friend Camille this morning about it, and she was just like, yeah, when I was reading Looking for Alaska, I was imagining it being like set in this place. I don't know if that's like a thing all people do, is like whenever I read a book, I try and like put like actors in the like place of characters and like places I've physically been, like, and just make it a movie in my head. Yeah, that's wild. But before we left, we saw, I guess it was like a bus stop. I don't know. It was like this wooden shed structure that looked like it was supposed to be like a bus stop or something, some type of shed. The mat to the main lodge had been replaced by one. Oh my God, this is so crazy to me. The main lodge mat, like just like the floor mat that's outside the building, you wipe your feet off before you go inside. The normal one that's there has been replaced by one like with the school symbol and name on it, which seems insane to me. I'm gonna go reread this book like today because of how easy it is to like imagine, how it's gonna be to imagine, especially now that they've cast the main leads. Like I have the actors, I have the literal place. John Green's never gonna see this video, but in my heart, John Green, I want you to know that when I read Looking for Alaska, this is where I pictured it being set. Okay, I don't know if I can be even exponentially more excited for this movie now, but I am, if it's possible. I got this one sneaky picture as I was leaving. I'm gonna put it in here. I thought I would share the one sneaky thing I did, even though I was not supposed to be there. But I also want to include like just being back. It has literally been so long since I was there, and it had me feeling so nostalgic. So today when I get home, I'm actually probably gonna go look through some of the pictures of like times that we were there. I'm feeling like so overwhelmed with like excitement and just like disbelief that any of this is happening. Seems crazy to me. I really wish I weren't afraid of like getting in trouble and I would have just stayed and walked around for a little bit to see what would have happened, but people were already noticing that I looked like I was out of place, and like I'm not about that life. Plus I had Isaac with me and who knows what would have happened. But I saw the mat, I saw the sets, and I saw cars with Alabama license plates. The rooms that they are like using, I'm assuming for the dorm rooms, which are rooms I've stayed in my whole life. This is insane. The rooms I've stayed in my whole life, they really look like they could be dorm rooms at a boarding school, but they remind me of dorms I had in college, and like just that like old-timey feel to them though. Oh my God, this seems literally insane to me. I'm very excited. Okay, so it's a lot later now, like 8:30, and I'm just sitting in my kitchen. I've been looking at pictures all day, and I wanted to share some with you guys just so you can kind of get an idea of what it might look like when there'll be a movie here. And I just wanted to share some memories I've been looking back on today. So, hope you enjoy. Here are just some of the shots of the places outside, so you might kind of get an idea of what it is really like. It's very woodsy. There's lots of big fields. We spend a lot of time outside here because it is absolutely so beautiful. As you can see, there are also some really big lakes, which obviously goes along with the plot of looking for Alaska. There's also this pavilion we didn't spend a lot of time at, but I'm not sure what they would film here, which just goes to show I need to reread the book. This is where I kind of drove by this afternoon. This big area between all the main buildings was absolutely filled with people. It could definitely be convincing as a high school campus, especially because they had extra sets built that looked like bus stops and all that kind of stuff. The main lodge building is surrounded by giant porches on all sides, which is actually what I recognized in John's video from Tuesday. These chairs used to be white, they've since been painted black, and that's something that I recognized straight away. I have spent countless hours outside with some of my best friends in these rocking chairs, so that's why it was so easy to see. The cafeteria does not have octagonal tables, but it definitely looks like it could be a small school cafeteria. This is in the main building, a room which we cleverly called the big room. This holds so many of my favorite memories from growing up, from singing songs and dancing with my best friends. To playing games and teaching hand motions and absolutely killing it at limbo. And I could never forget all the times we lip-synced to Moulin Rouge's Elephant Love Medley. Again, and again, and again. The main room of the lodge is filled with all these super comfy couches, and it's just the best place to hang out and goof off. Natalie and I loved sitting behind the desk and pretending we were in charge of the entire place. I climbed on top of tables to lead graces, I took naps on those big squashy couches, and I enjoyed all the fires in front of this huge stone fireplace. You can definitely tell this is a place where everyone can truly be who they actually are. And read the same bedtime story over and over and over again.